is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Something I've been covering is Venice High School. We talked about the overpopulation. Basically, Venice High School serves a wide area, and I think my last remarks, and I'll put the link to that story below, is where they interviewed Hollick, and I said, why are they interviewing Hollick? He has nothing to do with it. The guy loves FaceTime. Don't give it to him. The other thing is, you go to a superintendent or something like that. Now, they went out, and I put out a couple things before this, but basically they were talking about the scheduled meetings, which took place all week long, where they talked to different people, different community individuals, parents, community members on basically what do you want. The school is at capacity. It's over capacity. It's basically there's over 2,200 students enrolled at the high school. The capacity is 2,096. And so they're looking at building a new high school. And surprisingly, the overwhelming amount of people, when they went into these meetings, basically came out and voted for a new school, and they're willing to wait up to 15 years to have it built, which is, think about it, at the growth that we're seeing, 15 years, if Venice High School is over capacity now, and I believe it's 7% over capacity, 14% is what it's slated to be, I think, next year. So you're looking at a 7% growth. I don't know if that's year over year, but that's pretty significant. You look at by the time they go through the planning process and decide to move forward and everything, 15 years, that school is going to be overflowing. So what to do? And surprisingly, what I did not realize is for a school to be built, the Florida Department of Education basically states that your school has to be at nearly 40% over capacity before a new school could be built. And we're only 7% now. Can you imagine 40% over capacity at Venice High School? And that's the level they need. Some of the stuff attributed to that is the open school policy. Basically, you can go anywhere. Allowing individuals in Inglewood to come to Sarasota and stay in that district. The state, though, won't allow the school to be built if there's a permanent addition to the school is made to alleviate the overcrowding. That's why I believe it was over the summer I watched some meetings, and they came out and said, well, let's put portables in there. The portables are not permanent, and so we can use that to ease the overflowing, and then we can move forward with building a school. And then the hardest part is going to be the finance. If you guys all remember, I think it was Watskin. Can't remember the name of the school. It's a middle school up in Sarasota, already over capacity. They were looking at building a new one. They had to put that on hold because of what happened over in Parkland, so they had to go through all the security and the finances were low. So where are they going to get the money? That's the other question too. That's probably they're going to have to shift through and try to decide what we're going to do. The portables, if I recall, I know I was in portables when I was in Venice High School I graduated in '85. I remember I took I believe my wood shop was in a portable, but there were portables throughout the school as they were building. When I was there, they were building the new gymnasium. And so that's probably more than likely what I foresee. If the overwhelming amount of people want a new high school and they're willing to wait 15 years, is putting up portables throughout the school. And amazingly enough, it seems like we just built that school and it's already over capacity. Again, people weren't planning. Politicians weren't planning. What should we do? They all knew this population explosion was coming, but no planning was made. Just wait. Villages comes online. They have no idea what to expect from that. How many children or families will move into the area? Interesting stuff. Never could, though, understand why they don't plan for this stuff. All right, everybody. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the latest update on the Venice overcrowding and what direction they may or may not go in. We know what the parents and the overwhelming amount of Venice people want. A new school, 15 years. They're willing to wait.